So, I'm no spring chicken over here, and I see my life as a constant growth experience. Sometimes it's massively uncomfortable. Sometimes I really don't like it. But I have enough of experience with growth and avoiding growth and trying to deny growth and getting my back up against a wall to understand at this stage of my life that growth is necessary, growth is good, and growth can sometimes be uncomfortable, right? And I think one of the biggest conundrums around growth and change, and we live in such a massive society of intellectual gains and intellectual progress and high education and great knowledge. But sometimes I feel there's a real lack of wisdom because we've gone so far with things like technology and information and things that like compound our capacity up here and make us more cerebrally intelligent, while we continue to ignore this idea that there are higher energies that are just astoundingly more intelligent than our brains. And I do subscribe to the belief that it is my brain that makes me a higher being, my brain's ability to analyze, transgress, deny, open up, argue, form opinions, beliefs, examine. And I love that. And I love my brain. And I'll never, ever, ever undermine either higher education or intellect or knowledge. And yet, in my process of trying to grow as a human being, and again, I'm not growing because it's like I'm a good person or like, oh, look at her. She just like is really into personal growth. Isn't that cute? No, it's like I grow because I have to. And because what I've experienced in my life is that when I'm open to growth, I just get happier. I just get more comfortable in my skin. I get more contented about my life. I'm not arguing and fighting shit I can't control because I do have this awareness that there are greater things, higher energies, cosmic forces, quantum physics like that I don't understand that are really really in charge. And you see, I want to fight that because I want to be in control. I want to know what's going to happen. I want to think that the things I think and the actions I take are determining the course of my life. And then if you're like me and some like tragedy strikes and someone dies suddenly or you become ill and you don't know why, and all of a sudden you're like, well, wait a minute, what the fuck do I control anyway? And I'm here to tell you, not a lot. But the thing is that you see, my brain will be like, that's a bad thing. You're telling me that like I shouldn't think and try and control things so that I can determine outcomes? No, that's not what I'm saying, because I'm an active person who believes that action is the key to change. So I do take action in order to promote energies or align myself with energies or draw energy to me or whatever it is I'm doing with energy. It's a dance, man. And this is where the spiritual nature of being comes in. Because that dance, it's like, think about it, right? If you're ever like want to dance, someone's like, hey, you want to dance? Like your first thought is like, oh, I can't dance. You think you either have two left feet or you're trying to figure out the steps. And the truth is in order to dance well, you have to feel free in your body or you have to get drunk and not care, which is another way of feeling free in your body, right? So dancing is a movement. Dancing is creative. Dancing is being present to the beat and the force and the energy of the movement. And that's the way spiritual growth is too. You get like, it's like I got to take my head out of it because my head has nothing to do with me being a good dancer. Right? It's my body and my connection to my body and the way I'm able to feel the music and then create movement in my body in response to that music and also in response to a partner if I'm dancing with somebody. So this is the way I equate spiritual growth. It's not like you open up your mind and be like, I believe everything of all types of faith and belief and power and beautiful power systems and cosmic creation and the heavens of all time. I'm buying in. I'm a cynic by nature. I don't buy into anything until I either get a really good argument, which I'll still fight, or it's proven to me through personal experience. And what I'm trying to say is that if you really want to grow and change, and you're not availing yourself of a higher energy, higher self, some kind of deep intuitive part of you, you may be missing out on the greater challenges that'll give you the kind of contentment and life that you really want, which has nothing to do with materialism, right? And a lot of people found that out when COVID hit and they were like very flush with money and then businesses shut down. It was very devastating. And it was a spiritual bottom for a lot of people because they started to recognize that materialism is just as bad as like, it's just as much of a false god as all that stuff that you choose not to believe in, you know? So I don't know. Just another thought, just another way of looking at it. Just the idea to like open up a little bit, like, hey, what would happen if I just decided to like meditate, pause for a little bit, go to the beach more, pray, even if I don't feel like I'm talking to anything? Would my life improve? And what I'm trying to say to you is mine has. So anyway, hope that helps you for today. Thanks for joining me, and I hope you have a great day.